Hello guys, so today we'll be talking about chloride shift. Chloride shift is one of the very important concepts actually. So we'll see what chloride shift is. It's quite easy actually. We'll see what chloride shift is. Okay. So now let us take this is the tissue cell. Okay, a normal body tissue cell which is actively respiring. So when it is actively respiring, obviously when a respiring cell is going to produce carbon dioxide, correct? Now this carbon dioxide is going to move out of this cell. Okay, this carbon dioxide is going to move out of the cell, and this is the blood. These are the cells of the capillaries. Okay, now exchange of gases, when it has to take place, they must be capillary, and from the capillary diffuse into the tissue. Correct. So this is that capillary. Okay. Now from this capillary it enters into the blood plasma. Okay, now this is the blood plasma. This region is the blood plasma, and this is our RBC. This complete thing is our RBC. Okay, now once it is entering into the blood plasma, and from the blood plasma it enters into the red blood cell. Okay, now what happens once it is entering into the red blood cell? From here on the story begins. Okay, so once it is entering into the red blood cell, inside it, okay, water is ready. Now as soon as the carbon dioxide meets water, okay, meets water, both of them will combine and form H2CO3. Both of them are going to combine and form what? H2CO3, carbonic acid. Okay, in the presence of the enzyme, carbonic anhydrase. Okay, the name of the enzyme is carbonic anhydrase. Now this H2CO3 is going to split into, here is the story, this is going to split into bicarbonate, okay, and proton. This is the story here. Now this proton, keep it aside, okay, because when I'm talking about Bohr effect, I'll be talking about what is the function of this H plus ion. Okay, so it is going to split into HCO3 minus and an H plus. Okay, now this HCO3 minus, this HCO3 minus is negatively charged, correct or no? So this HCO3 minus moves out of the, this HCO3 minus is going to move out of the plasma, red blood cell. It's going to move out of the red blood cell into the plasma, and you know, most of the carbon dioxide, around 70% of the carbon dioxide is transported outside, or it's transported from the blood to the uh, lungs or to the alveolar tissues in the form of bicarbonate. How much? 70%. Okay, now see, this is a negatively charged ion, correct? Now a negatively charged ion is moving out of the red blood cell. To compensate for this negative loss of negatively charged ion from the red blood cell, okay, into the red blood cell from the plasma, into the red blood cell, okay, chloride ion enters inside. So we have a chloride ion, okay, that enters inside the red blood cell, to compensate for the loss of this bicarbonate. Okay, so one negative charge is sent outside and one negative charge is going inside. Now this is nothing but the chloride shift. This is nothing but what shift? This is nothing but the chloride shift. So what is chloride shift? The exchange of, okay, how can you define chloride shift? Chloride shift is defined as the exchange of a negative ion, to maintain the electrical balance between the blood and the blood plasma and the RBC is called as the chloride shift. Okay, now bicarbonate ion is lost, chloride is entering inside, so this is called as chloride shift. Okay, this is called as chloride shift. And where does this happen? This chloride shift happens when the exchange of gas is occurring between where and where? Between the tissue and the RBC, or between the tissue and the blood plasma. Okay, so at this region it happens. At the region of the alveoli, we have a concept called as reverse chloride shift. We have a concept called as what? Reverse chloride shift. Now, where is this reverse chloride shift? Reverse chloride shift is at the alveoli. Okay, we're not worrying about this. We don't worry about this. Okay, this you'll be studying it in your MBBS. So now we will worry about this only because this is commonly asked. Okay, so this is chloride shift. This is what? Chloride shift. So how can we define it? I'll just write it here so that you'll remember it. Okay, so exchange. What are we exchanging? What are we giving? Bicarbonate is taken out and chloride is given. So exchange of negative ion to maintain what? To maintain the electrical balance. to maintain the electrical balance, between blood and blood plasma and RBC. I mean, actually, the cytoplasm will be RBC. You can call it as what shift? Chloride shift. Okay. So I hope you understood. Okay. If there's any doubt, you can just write your doubts in the comment box and I'll answer them. Thank you very much.